Good to go. Gonna give it a couple of minutes. We'll probably just hang out for a couple of minutes before we actually start TRing. But I think I kind of want to do. It's been a while since we've done a TR and we actually kind of talked about the life a little bit. So I kind of want to do a little bit of that while we're waiting for people to trickle in. So we're gonna make some build decisions, and I have a couple of notions in mind, but I feel like some of them feel very similar, and I would like to make sure that chat is on board before I feel like we end up doing something that is just more of the same. So, the build. I thought it was interesting that I did eventually get all of the strike through feats. With the one change of putting one stat point into strength earlier. Had I thought about it, I could have put a couple of build points in there into strength early, and we wouldn't have had any problems. Hey, baby girl. I have to think about that next time, won't we? Yeah, hi. But, yeah, there's that. So, I feel like we had a pretty good strike through chance. Our numbers are probably going to be all sorts of weird. There we go. Because we weren't using our appropriate weapon. I guess we should probably turn this on too. So 210% strike through chance. Now part of that could be a little bit off because we don't currently have anything twisted in. We took 30 yesterday and just didn't do anything. So no meld, no energy blast, no +1 weapon or more strike through, anything like that twisted in. I don't even remember what we had. But yeah. Fate Singer may not have been the right tree. I feel like we got a little bit of everything here. And since we were kind of playing more as a melee than a caster, it did contribute to both, I think, in a reasonable way. And Fate Singer did feel strong. I was thinking about it before starting the stream. Now, I rolled this Sybaris cake, right? I think I rolled that for a daily roll kind of early on. And I don't think I died where I needed more than that. So I may have died where at the gibbers, but I don't think I ever died where I needed a cake. And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, did I even die in any quests? There has to be something, right? I had to have died between level 20 and level 30, but I don't remember any. I don't remember any deaths on Samius. I remember some deaths on Java, but I don't remember any deaths on Samius. So, maybe the build was stronger than I thought. I know we did a bunch of weird content, a lot of R4s in weird places, and a lot of kind of stuff out of the blue. We did a lot of stuff out of our band. That may have, if we died in there, I feel like we would have remembered some deaths. We probably had some deaths in there because we were so out of our band. There's no way that we weren't. Right, we did Reaper 6, Night Falls on Stormreach with Voodoo at level 20, level 21. There's no way that we didn't take any deaths in there. So anyway, I think we're gonna think a little bit more positively about this build than I thought, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I really like the idea of having a hybrid. I think part of why I felt like the build was out of place is that normally, for me, those kind of hybrid builds are DC based. If I'm gonna cast a spell, stop to take the time to cast a spell, I need it to kill something. It doesn't feel good, in my opinion, to hold or mass hold or dancing ball or whatever. So it seemed like I took away from my spell power and my spell damage so much, trying to also have a reasonable. I mean, I spent again all like a bunch of feats for strike through, um, and stuff like that that I wouldn't have done for, you know, like say a wizard DC based build, which is what I kind of want to do. I kind of want to do like the equivalent version of that for the sword. I leaning that way unless somebody else is like, no. Even though it's a very similar build to what we just went through, I think we can make the most of it, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the build was kind of weird. We were getting excellent numbers with our energy burst, though. That did make it feel very much like we had several cleaves. Like we had the Eldritch Strike, which felt good, the Tempest that felt really good, the Energy Burst that felt really good, and the Acid Well felt really good. So like we had good combos. And because we took the epic feats, where is it? Yeah, Arcane Warrior. We're building up stacks. We took we have the heroic power. I forget exactly what it is, but it's something similar. So like they all kind of stack up together. I feel like you end up, as you fight, you build up more spell power, and as you cast more spells, you build up more melee power. I like that combination. I just don't think it was as successful as I wanted to be on this life. Other things that I felt problematic about the build, when turning around and immediately like hitting 29 and not having that gear feels really bad. And because I don't do a lot with Warforged right now, I don't necessarily have every docent. I thought I had several of this one, but apparently I don't, or if I did, I didn't find it for the all the family set at level 29. So with that in mind, I am still wearing the level 15 set. So any of my numbers that you're looking at and you're like, oh, those are terrible, keep in mind that this is with still the heroic set. So like, it felt okay. It felt really survivable. Like I said, I don't think we died a lot. I felt like I struggled a lot on the ability to use Lay on Hands to actually save people, which is not good because I was considering doing something with a couple of levels of Paladin for Lay on Hands, just like this, for the hardcore server. Right? It's not a super big investment to grab some extra Lay on Hands besides those couple of levels of Paladin. You're talking 4 action points, right? That is not a big investment for a pretty powerful effect, assuming that you have a big charisma or a few Paladin levels. So, all right, well, I guess we should stop beating around the bush and we should just do the TR thing. So I have 3 things in particular that I want to do, and I think one of them is like leaked over into my pen and paper campaign. I think I want to do some sort of monk. Sorry guys. I want to do some sort of monk. How do we build a monk? What kind of gear do we have for a monk? Probably nothing, right? I really want to take a monk to level 30? Okay. Option number 2 that I really want to do. I really want to try this build again, but single weapon fighting. And actually focused on doing some oomph damage. We're probably going to go fire, we're probably gonna go like all ham, find the stuff, try to go boom boom. Single weapon fight, everything. See what transitions we need to make to kind of go for it. We could possibly also get away with some DC work, but I think we'll be short. We'll be short feats for DC work. Also would not mind being some sort of wolf build. I also would not mind being some sort of arty. Maybe this should be our arty go. Like an inquisitive with a couple of paladin levels. I haven't done an inquisitive in a long time, I was just saying. I think we easily have the gear for that. Why is... Really just... People are not trickling in yet, huh? I feel like we killed lots of time. Well, I don't know. I want to do a monk build. I just do. Some sort of monk. So do we quarterstaff? That seems like the thing that we most likely have stuff for, right? Well, no. So a good quarterstaff monk's probably got at least 3 levels of rogue in it, plus these 2 levels of paladin. So that's 15 levels of to play with for monk. So we're like 12 monk, 3 rogue, 2 paladin. So we have access to lay on hands. I don't think we want to do that with something that we have to do monk or paladin on. Do we fist monk? Do we even have any wraps? We probably have some wraps. Some heroic wraps. We don't have any epic wraps. We wouldn't even use it epic wraps. Yeah, that seems bad. Okay. Let's put away our desire to play a monk at the moment. We'll find another window to play a monk. Let's try our single weapon fighting thing. Our single weapon fighting caster. So, we need to actually check some stuff. Right, we need to check some things. So under the old Feederootskis, we need to nope, that's not it. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for like combat, I think. What's it called? Offhand? Okay. We need single weapon fighting. We need base attack bonus plus 8. Single weapon fighting has prerequisites of 2 ranks of balance. That's all we need. We need single weapon fighting, 2 ranks of balance. Now, do we want to keep going up that chain at all? I hate going up it a little bit. should probably look at this. Okay, so we're allowed to use a orb, right? Yeah, we can use an orb. So we're going to be orb. Yeah, okay. Like, any of these that we pick up is just gravy, right? Improved or whatever. Okay, but we're not going to prioritize those. We're going to prioritize casting. So stat. Con. These are no longer necessary. Those were some pre-made characters for last night's D&D session. Just in case I decide that I do want to go further up in this tree. Balance. But balance doesn't have any prereqs. What am I thinking? Other than balance, we don't have anything. So we need to go... if we want to go up to 7 balance, that is fine. Does mean that we need to make sure that we have plenty of this. Now, do we want to up our strength some? Our dex some? We have 4 points. Where are the wisest place to put 4 points? Let's just do this. Alright. Before we click any other buttons, I feel like there's a better than even chance at some point we're going to want the combat stance, like precision, which means 13 dexterity. That's just like gravy. But we'll get to 13 dexterity by the time our tomes are all the way active. Let's see, that'll be middle of the road? Yeah, it's probably fine. We lose a con to put 2 dex in. Or we lose an int to put 2 dex in. That's fine. I think that's fine. Okay, so it's going to be odd, right? It's going to be odd. So we want repair. We want spellcraft. We want some UMD. Our balance. Now, do we also want intimidate this life? We probably do, don't we? I suspect at some point we're going to end up taking diplomacy also. So maybe we take repair later. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be a follower of the Lord Blades. And it saddens me more than you know to... Wow, I really do have a type, don't I? I feel like we can make this one work. Not a chin blade. Yeah, not a chin blade. Yeah, okay. We did the robot dreadlocks last time. I don't think I want that. Bald. Maybe we just do this. Maybe we just embrace the spiky. So this is the problem. I actually really like the dark with this face opening. It's pretty good, actually. I didn't realize that we could tint our blade color. Does that change anything? I don't think so. Not enough to matter. Hey, my weekend was good. Busy, but good. We went over to Lake Canopolis, and we stopped by another nearby park. So we did some park traveling stuff. Look at all our things. No. Alright, UI layout, load, Samius. Go. Alright. We talked to Daddy. We got our spanking. But no, it was nice. We like I said, we went to this little park, and then we went over to the nice big park. I was a little chilly. Not cold, but you didn't want to be super wet. So it was a little bit of a bummer for that reason. We didn't get really down swimming and stuff, but we got down and waded around my ankles and stuff, and the dog kind of swam around a little bit, but she also wasn't super excited about running around. Okay, try again. So we kind of were hoping there was to be a little bit hotter, so she'd be a little bit more excited about getting wet. And then Sunday was pretty hot, and we went out, we did some walking and stuff like that. But then that would have been the better day for it to be hot and out at the lake, and then the next day been cool. But is what it is. The big problem is I'm going to have to go and do some wandering around and doing some weird shopping. We're taking the bus out again this week, so I've got to get some stuff done. Okay, we're gonna invest in our spellcraft. Guess we're going to continue to invest in our Intimidate. I'm going to assume at some point things are going to loosen up again. I decided I'm going to go ahead and do the single weapon fighting caster version of this. And try to really up my nuking potential. So we're going to look a lot more like a blaster. We're going to act a lot more like a caster. And then we're going to like jump in and pound things to try to get the auto crits. It seems fun. Okay, we're good. Alright, so now... such a crink in the neck. So now we get to start investing a little bit into UMD. And a little bit in repair. And we're going to aim for castery type boom booms. We did acid last time and it was fine, but I wasn't like the most whelmed. Beef likes ice. Ice is good. Should we try ice? I do like ice also. What's the big Sork payoff for ice? Oops, wrong tree. Frostlance. Icy Prison. Like the sound effect for ice, that's why you use it. So I really like having the leap, so I tend to take the air one. Let's try this one. We'll try this. I think. Ice. What else would we want if we're an ice wizard? We're definitely going to want jump. Well, I guess that's what we got. We got jump this level. Okay. So now we're 2 levels of Sork. And we get 15 levels to play with. So we need to be careful. When do we want to pick up our second paladin level? I want to have it early enough this life that I feel like I have it earlier. I took it at level like 19 or 20 or whatever, like I think it was level 20, and it was supposed to feel like a level 20 power of like now I have lay on hands, but instead it just felt like something that I was never trained to like use effectively, if that makes sense. And I'd like to use a little bit more, I think, on this build potentially. But then that means our level 9 spell has to wait all the way till like cap. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Do I want a freezing bolt? I kind of do want a freezing bolt, I think. Yeah, but again, that's basically level 20. Like that's basically cap. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to give up that second lay on hands until later. We might not even get it at all, actually. A second 9th level spell may be more important for this build than lay on hands. It'll be tougher for other people in the group. Spells I never regret having. Knock. Gust of Wind. Resist Energy. Usually not Web. This might be a Web Life. Probably not. Yeah, see, so it seems like it's so far away that it's probably not even going to be worth. Alright. So now we get to pick a Meta Magic for the Boom Booms. Again, I never regret having Gust of Wind. People are going to look at my spell selection, they're going to be like, you are weird. But honestly, I'm just going to cast the big ones at the end of the, like, rotate through the ones at the end, right? Like, most of the time. So why bother taking little combat spells along the way? Yeah, you're fine having the half point. Alright, so that's 5. That's the main stat. I think we could probably stop here on the UMD and be okay. I feel like that's a probably. Alright, so we're going to want haste. We're going to want displacement. Probably some sort of combat spell from this level as well. We're only level 7. Let's see. So Intimidate can go up. Alright, so if we feel like we're done with UMD now, I can start dumping these 2 points either into Diplomacy or Repair. I think we want to put them in Repair. I'd like to get that up. Do we want Blur? Probably there's so many easy ways to get Blur. As opposed to like invisibility, resist energy, or web. And we only get, I think, four Sorc spells at each level. We've already used 2. Web, Scorching Ray. I know we're gonna be an ice wizard. Snowball Swarm, I guess. Haste life. Nope. So balance to 7. If we want to go all the way up. I feel like we might as well spend those points. I'm not ever going to be like, oh, I wasted points on balance. We know that we're going to be playing catch up on repair this whole time. Alright, so now we have to choose between the attacky spell here and power. Or do we take a heavier docent, like a heavier body? I think we're going to want a heavier body at some point. I just don't know when we make that move. It's got to be soon, right? We're already level 9. We don't have that many levels left to play. Alright, level 4. Ice Storm is probably correct. I feel like it's always good to have Ice Storm if you're an Ice Wizard. I like Ice Storm too. It's one of my favorites. In other news, we adjusted our stream time because we don't overlap with me. We both enjoy watching your streams. Well, I appreciate it, guys. I do my best to try to put out the best content for everybody involved. So And honestly, I don't even mind working with people to like rate like fault like if I knew someone was going to follow me afterwards, like start a thing when I was ready to end or close when I was ready to end, I would not even mind rating people. Do I want Frost Lance? Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be good. The 2 to 6 time slot, that'd be perfect. Yeah, I'd be happy to send people that direction when I'm done. There are going to be some days that I'm going to be going a little bit later because we're going to be starting a little bit later. But not like crazy later. I feel like I never regret having protection from energy. So probably should just take it. I've got a lot of projects I'm going to have to be doing now. The weather's starting to get to the point where I can do that stuff a lot easier. So, like, I got to do some outdoor stuff. I need to do some painting. I need to do some work on the bus. We're going to take the bus. I'm going to take the bus out this weekend. So I need to make sure it's all prepped. I got to do some work on the roof too. Do I take web? I guess so. When I did Ice Sork, I felt like Ice Lance wasn't as great as it could be, but Cone of Cold felt really underrated. Yeah, Cone of Cold's great. It's one of the things that I like doing on the... I'm just going to finish this. On the Druids is I like to shape change into the wolf, the Ice Wolf, and just Cone of Cold everything. And just be like a Cone of Cold caster wolf. Something that is like this probably would be strong. Assuming that you could do the single weapon fighting offhand versatility in wolf form, but I bet you can't. Courgette would be strong. I feel like we gotta take the Ice Dot if we're gonna play an Ice Sork. Feels like a no-brainer. Okay, level 11. We don't need any more balance unless we want it. So I mean, we start going up diplomacy. Do we take bluff? We usually like having a few points in jump too, right? Not even necessarily a ton. Just want to make sure it's maxed out. Alright, so we need just our both's 8 bonus. So let's consider precision would not be the worst. +5 to hit's pretty big, so we're not going to hit things a lot. But heighten is good, enlarge is good. I feel like we're going to start with heighten. Alright, so Cone of Cold is probably this other spell for us at this level. Definitely want a Fire Shield. Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. Did you put in a lyrics check? You did. You snake. Alright, Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. Uptown Girl. She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she's never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. And she knows, and when she knows that, no, hang on. This is all swirly and confusing. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she wakes up and makes up her mind, she'll see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. You know, I've seen her in her uptown world. She's getting tired of her high-class toys and all her presents from her uptown boys. She's got a choice. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Uptown girl. You know I can't afford to buy her pearls, but maybe someday, when my ship comes in, she'll understand what kind of guy I've been, and then I'll win. And when she's walking, she's looking so fine. And when she's talking, she'll say that she's mine. She's mine. She'll say I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can, and now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. Oh, 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 oh. Uptown girl. She's my uptown girl. You know I'm in love with an uptown girl. My uptown girl? You know I'm in love with an uptown girl. My uptown girl. You know I'm in love. I'm in love with an uptown girl. My uptown girl. You know I'm in love with an uptown girl. You guys may or may not have put that together, that is Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. Hey, that's what they're there for. People wanted to do something with them, and I couldn't figure out why you couldn't unlock emotes. And the reason why it's not unlock emotes, it's like an emote tied to the thing, but that thing couldn't. I don't know. It's weird. It took me a while to figure out the idea behind it. I feel like I should just take this Ice Lance. Alright, so level 11, Sorcerer. So fun fact, you're actually named after Billy Joel. Yeah, I was named after the most popular name for men born that year. Alright, so right now our ability modifier is 4, so 5. I can count on a 5 plus 30, so 35. So we really need to get a couple. Well, no, we're probably fine. We'll be fine at camp. When will be fine before then? Yeah, I still kind of want to put. I kind of want to put like 3 more ranks into jump. I need to do the math for my character. Do I want to cast Greater Heroism, or do I want to cast like Circle of Death? I do like Circle of Death. Alright, let's Circle of Death.
By the edge of the Stonebridge Market, a pensive form scans the thronging crowd. She is searching for heroes. Heroes able and willing to face an unknown foe in the ancient ruins.
Alright, so 7... Yeah, this should be enough. 3 points in our jump, I think, will be okay. Alright, level 6. using Sphere too, don't we? Dang it. My mom's two most favorite artists are Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen, so I'm kind of glad my name didn't end up being Bruce. Bruce. Yeah, that's... Bruce is not a name I don't think you want to be named. Guess we'll take protection from elements. Now is where I want to take a PK. See, I don't think I care about the rest of these spells, right? Like, Wall of Fire doesn't do us any good. We're going to use Ice Storm. I like PK. Let's just PK. And for the record, if people were here on time, they could have talked me into doing a Fist Monk. If I could have been talked into having the like hand wraps at all between level 20 and level 30, I would probably have done a Fist Monk instead. That's the other thing I guess I'm secretly wanting to do. Alright, so we no longer need Jump. So we need Repair and Diplomacy. Alright, I think that's fine. Okay. Now we get to take our offhand versatility. Seems like a yes. I asked what you wanted to play and you didn't like it, so I didn't care. Oh, that's fair. I mean, I kicked it around still. Oh no, I think I'm going to end up playing a monk in our next pen and paper campaign. I mean, we have some time, but we're starting to line up for when I'm ready to take a break. And looks like it looks like I get to play like a monk or something. I even offered being a paladin, but I don't really think I want to be a paladin. Because we're going to be in Ravenloft. I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I want to be something else. God, I guess we're just finger of deathing. Is there like no spells at level 7?
The city of Storm reaches a buzz with the news that a ship has arrived to ferry passengers to Shard, the city of towers. The ship's captain seeks heroes looking for a grand adventure in the clouds. Speak to Captain
We never took a armor, by the way. So, Water Servant. Fade Arc Illusionist. Eldritch Knight. Okay. We know we need that much. We probably want this too, but I don't think we need more than that. Again, we're not looking to actually do a lot of melee damage. I think we're going to be using Eldritch Knight mostly as our way to be defensive, to be able to get in, which we may not need until later. It's very similar to what you're doing, I think, with single weapon fighting, try to get the big booms. The boom booms. I don't know if we're going to go up 2 pally or just going to have 1 pally. I honestly haven't decided. Plus 2 is 11 all saves. That's true. Is this any good? Seems like it should be okay. Should I take this? This doesn't seem very good. It seems like it should be good, but it's not. To get to 20, it's that or a meta magic. You actually do about half your DPS as a melee. I'm gonna do this. I'm no longer able to drown. Mother truck, are you kidding me? I have to take that before I can take Icy Prison? What a pile of shit. To spend 4 points on Icy Prison? Is Icy Prison 4 points good? Yeah. And I guess it's still good, right? God, it's so expensive. I want to play a lot more caster, though. +1 to spell DCs of evocation. Okay, so we're 37 points in this tree at the moment. I mean, I suppose that's probably reasonable, but not necessary at the moment. Bull build I've been rocking has been doing really well so far. I'm getting excited to see how it does in epics. Good. Alright, so let's pause there on the water circ. Alright, so that takes care of what we currently have. At some point I'd like to pick up more, so I'm not going to get too carried away. This is probably wrong, but... Oh, wait. Do I even need to spin that point? I don't need to spin that point. Like, the question is, do I really want to do one of these? I do like 5 quality hit points, I guess. 5 quality hit points does seem pretty good. Can we shave any more points out of this tree? We should be able to, right? So this doesn't matter where we put our 10 hit points. Okay. I think we want that. I think we want this. We're going to stop. I think we're going to want to come over here. I actually do like having this attack. Alright, we're using orbs. Is 5 hit points worse than 10 PRR? It's gotta be, right? Now on the flip side, every thing of extra hit points is a lot of hit points, right? We get 5% extra hit points. I feel like 20 PRR for having shield out seems pretty good though. Alright, so we're going to start like this. Stealth mode, get out of here. I can go away, I can go away. Don't think we're smiting. Some of those buttons, I guess, are kind of relevant. Alright. Eldritch Strike. Arcane Siphon. Is Icy Prison like a super long cooldown? I feel like it's gotta be, right? It's not. It's a mess. It's just a. It's a melee sork. Again, kind of like last time, we're going to single weapon fight to try to crit fish a little bit. Crit fishing. Oh, you can't just throw this straight in the garbage. We looked at these things last time. Some of them are okay. Most of them are garbage, like most things from these guys. Is this one thing that was good? No. Also not good. Okay. So right now, like I said, we're gonna try to go single weapon fighting. Smushy, smushy. Yeah, I would agree. The Wiz would probably come out way ahead. But I just feel like there's too much synergy with the Paladin stuff and the Sork stuff if we decide we want to overlap any. Oh, I didn't need to take the shield. Stupid. Okay. I like being able to use those kind of as needed. I don't like having spells on my primary things if I can make them not spells. The difference between being able to splash 3 levels and only 2 to get 9 level spells is huge. Yeah, I agree. Again, we're not necessarily doing optimal lives. We're just trying to get through these lives. Alright, is there any other, like, thing that we didn't put on our bar that we're going to be like, why did I put this on our bar? This guy, right? Jump. Alright, we messed up. We don't need shield from the spell. Okay. Big fix. Did I not take a reconstruct? Okay. Big heal. Fine. Alright, past life feats. Yeah, I can train that. I can train it out later. It's not a big. I've only energy critical twice. Like, normally I'm like, a cooldown's much better, but if we're gonna crit chase, do we want energy criticals over cast faster? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think we'll keep Arcane Alacrity for now. Guess we'll skill mastery. So what do we want to have as our divine? Don't think we need Power of Life and Death. So our other one we've been working on is Ancient Blessings, right? Yeah. And then Iconic Stance. So I tend to default into Deep Gnome for the extra +3 to illusion DCs, and this acid spell power is usually not a big deal. We tried that for our last life, and it didn't feel like it was like worth to be acidy based just for this extra power here. Only have one Razor Claw right now. I have to do 2 more Razor Claw lives at some point. I'm just not there. We can ASMR Scourge for the double strike. Like 6 more double strike does not seem that bad if we're trying to fit Krish, right? Looks like I did get a Morning Lord done already. So only have 2 more Morning Lords to do. That's good. Yeah, it's probably this, I guess. Alright, metas. Honestly, kind of tempted just to turn everything on and leave it on. Alright, what do we not need meted? This doesn't need meted, right? That can always be off. This can always be off. See, I'd like there to be an always off, so I can just turn them on when I'm setting them up and just be like, all off, all off. And then I can just go back if I need to toggle like 1 on, I can do that. Double strike does not equal more crits anymore. They're not considered real hits anymore, are they? Maybe 3 to PK is better then. Like, I'm going to be able to land PKs probably. With this life. Alright, and you're just heightened. You're just heightened. You're just heightened. You're everything. You're everything. You're everything. You're everything. Fine. You guys have no applicable effects. Alright. I think that's fine. How do you want to dress? What is our clothes? We wearing Sharn caster gear, Sharn melee gear. Are we putting the same gear on that we had last life? Except we need to make sure that we have some other stuff. I kinda think for heroics, probably are starting with this set. I feel like most of our builds go back to this set to start with. Yeah, you think the caster set? What's the caster set do? You're dressed like a jack-o'-lantern today? Hot. What's the caster gear? Or the caster set from Sharn? Cause see, like, can't I just find some sort of miscellaneous thing like this? Except good for what we're trying to do. Dusklands is part of it, right? Okay, so Esoteric set is 25% to Universal Spell Power, 2 to Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma, 2 to Spell DCs, so essentially 3 to Spell DCs, and 10 to MRR cap. Arc Steel Battle Mage is 25 to Electric Fire, Force and Repair, and Spell Power. I feel like there's a reason why I never get to wear this set, and it's because I feel like I'm missing a piece of it. But it might be an armor, and part of it is docents. I don't have a lot in the way of docents. None of these are docents. You know, the one docent that I do know that we have, unfortunately, is the one I just took off. That is the only one I know that we have for sure. Tier 5 EDK would be really strong. I think I want to play this a little bit more like a caster. Caster first. Plasma Core is the Arc Steel Docent. Okay, so we could potentially put that on if we can find an Arc Steel or Plasma Core. Where's that come from? It's possible that if we decide that's the way we want to go, that I could just go try to get one later. House of Pain? Yeah, I don't like you. Don't think we're pals anymore. We were pals up until a second ago. Is Docent in a separate drop down? I don't think so. Think Docents are considered armor? I might have some more Sharn level 15 gear stashed away. We'll have to check. I feel like these boots were good. Well, those versions are definitely good. Alright. I feel like we're probably going to put those on. I feel like we almost always put those on. I'm going to put this where I can keep track of it. Wish there was another race that used Docent. I agree. Something. It feels like the Docents just don't quite work. Or if you could like take regular armor and smash it into a Docent, get the effects from that armor. Maybe they have like a generic or random or whatever skin that applies. The esoteric set is these bracers, which would be good. Just crumple it into a ball and put it in your chest. Exactly. Unfortunately, there is another race. It's RD Dogs. I feel like we could find a race that could use a Docent. Like a half golem or something. I thought that was 4,000 to be honest. Oh god, I grabbed the wrong freaking hireling binder. You could have some magic tech focused race that use Docent to power exosuits or some shit. Yeah, I agree. Maybe not power them, but like use them for sure, right? So here's the other thing. We could do this, right? Hirati's influence. The difference is it doesn't give charisma, so it's less spell power than, or less DCs than the other one. It's our family. I feel like we're probably gonna wear the family set, at least for right now. We might change it if I find this suit of armor. Or that docent. This is how much I'm ready to play Spellcaster, chat. Click it on in. I guess if we we know there's some gear that we want to farm, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna use it to farm this crap though. I could use the Maybar Spell Power Docent if I had one. If I had one. Really wish I understood how these things went in the bank. I think it would make things a little easier for me to understand where they are. Probably an orb. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to use the Wraith there, probably. I mean, we're casting cold spells, man. Right? So our Sinister Chill will go off pretty much every time. I'm not that ready if I don't have the make. I just don't plan on playing a robot. These were honestly some of the lives that I was dreading the most. I don't mind playing Warforges when my build is like thematically planned around that, but the rest of the time I'm not a Warforge guy. To go into your TR cache, because these were all in a row this way and they were not together. Wild Frost. We might have a Wild Frost, Beef. We'll check. Alright, is that all the crazy things? Alright, so let's go take a look and see if what we have. Also, by the way, this is a Reaper Wing Life, everybody. Huzzah! Alright. It's all 14? Alright, I might still have it in that bank then. I feel like I have one in there. Honestly, I don't remember if Cosmetic had any docents the last time we looked, but she has a lot of the leftover Sharn stuff, so maybe? Is this the Wild Sickle at least? No, this is the Crescent Moon. Chilling, Bleeding, Keen, Deception, Mythic. What is this? Okay. I don't see any docents. Still don't see any docents. Okay. Kind of into this pendant though, right? We think. To do that though, we can't wear the other one. The other thing, I've been carrying this around for a really long time that I've never used is these are the old bind a character on equip. Charisma 10, Resistance 10. Yeah. That's what I was talking about before with the Haradi's influence. Alright. Well, again, Java typically is the person that was holding docents in the past. But let's skim names real quick before we load into Java. I think I have a Sharn storage person. But this is the 21 Sharn person. Here's a 10 Ravenloft person. Yeah. So if it's not on Java, I'm not sure where it's going to be. I really need to just, like, sit down one day and just get like a cooler of drinks and just have a drinking game. And we just like take a sentient item, get like a brand new sentient stone, pick a character, start going through it. And by the time that character's empty, our drinks have got to be empty and that backpack's better be empty. And ready to go, whether it's going to go or stored or planned or something. I actually think the orb makes a huge relief point in gearing for this build. I say the feet procced on the two-handed fighting, it would be much harder to gear. Yeah, the two-handed fighting is not as good. I think that's part of what was turning me off from the last build. Okay. So is a wild heart? That's the bow one. What's the dose of insight do? Intelligence? No, okay. This is it, right? Enigma core, it's what we're looking for. Alright, look at that. Actually found something we're looking for. Can you believe it? I can't. Trying to find an Eldritch Knight so much fun. Who needs magic? Got the power of thwack. I mean, that's what we just did last life, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. I think I really miss being DC based when it's my casting. I really have a hard time taking the time to stop and cast a spell on a thing that doesn't remove it. In like a normal quest, not boss monsters or whatever, but like trash, I really have a hard time stopping. You know what I mean? It's just I don't want to deal with it. I used Acid Well last build, I thought, or last life, I thought it was pretty good. It probably would have been good this life as well, but I wanted to change it for my White Wings. And now you guys know the real reason why we're this. I'm going to show you guys something. Keto Snickerdoodles. 1 carbohydrate. One net carbohydrate. Look how teeny. Look how teeny they are. Not one per this. One per serving. 7 or 8 of these is a serving. Oh. Cookie! Alright. We're going to look at that in a minute. I feel like whatever's going on over there is a level of ugly that I don't want to deal with right this minute. Okay. Row potions. Am I missing a bag still? A green bag, right? Alright, bag. What are the other two things over here? I know I usually put an Ellery down here. I don't know if that's strictly necessary this life. Just carry like whatever. And why don't we add a... Oh, we don't have our Death Ward potion in here. Aw, boo. That'd have been so sweet if that was bugged and you could use that now. Well, apparently I don't need Death Ward, is what the game is telling me. Okay. So then potions, alright. So what do our individual pieces do? Spell Focus Mastery, Will Save, Insightful Magical Sheltering, You're gonna solo Heroic Abic this life while you have an Immortal Clunk. Just gotta wait till you hit level 29. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I'd compact Pike a Immortal an Abbot run. Alright. So Spell Focus Mastery and Magical MMR. This thing is firing off Fortification, some PRR, some Spell Lore. Okay, and then this is... Why is this not all glowy? Oh, because this is the Battle Mage. Not, and that's the Esoteric. I found this set. Okay, so we found the set that is Potency, Fortification, Spell Power, and Spell Penetration, blah blah blah. Okay. So Spell Focus Mastery is still okay, actually, right? Let's start with our primary stat. What do we want to use for our... Also, that means we can also wear one of these necklaces if we want to, right? The hardest part is surviving the silly goggles puzzle, but being immortal should make that easier. Should be. This seems like an easy an easy include. Alright, Wild Frost. Here's a Wild Frost. Is that sorted at the moment? It feels sorted at the moment. Okay. So we don't have to wear that other one as the necklace then. Okay, that's good. We have a cloak that we made for last life. Or one of the Charisma lives. Beef talked us into it. I think it might be level 20, actually. Yeah, I don't see it. But we probably will want... The Glossamer Weave would be 25 spell resistance and +1 enchantment DC. Maybe we don't care. I swear I had like a cloak for... like a +8 charisma cloak. Docents have false life. This docent does not have false life. What was that cloak? I swear to goodness, I made a... there it is. Yeah, alluring cloak. Yeah, we're gonna wear this cloak again. Alright. For belt, we can just do the dragon scale belt, right? If we want, we could slot in false life on it. I just don't have to worry about it. Alright, so that takes care of our primary stat. That's good. We took care of our con. That's good. Spell DCs, we could potentially wear a Shattered Onyx. What are other spellcasting rings? They're a much lower level, right? Level 8. Spinneret, that's the other one that I'm thinking of. Quality spell focus mastery. There's a repair ring at 15. Yeah, I feel like I might have one somewhere. I don't know, I kind of been into the Spinneret actually. Okay, I think we want some spell DCs. What does this thing's crit profile look like? Ew. This thing is like physically make me want to put my hand up in front of the screen and not look at it ugly. I feel like there's 1,000 ways that we can do this better. We'll lose a little bit, right? We lose a little bit if we use the necklace. The cold version of this. But using the family neck and hands would still be good. I agree. Like the cold version of this has got to be better than this, right? If we're gonna, because we're gonna want to put on something that's like extended critical profile to try to get some crits going. I used to have some Nightfort Avengers. Oh, is it when you Vorpal? I thought it was when you crit. Oh, if it's just when you Vorpal, then this is fine. Alright, never mind. That's fine then. I thought it was when you crit. Alright. You know what, you can actually probably not be level 1,000,000 anymore, that's fine. Having lots of crits though are never bad. True, but I thought I was crit fishing. If I'm not crit fishing anymore, then I don't have to worry about it as much. Oh, I could put the other one on. I have this set. There might be a window where this set's good, right? Like it's not 0% chance. Yeah. For some reason I thought it was when you crit. That's all. Alright. So let's look in the areas of things that we have. So let's look at head first. Do any of these do anything for us? Primary stat, con are covered. We don't care that much about strength. Our dodge is covered as well. Boundless is only going to, well, it would give some spell points, I guess. Quality potency. So that's good if you swap to pure casting. Well, I will basically be a pure caster. It's just, it's going to look kind of weird. Let's grab this too while I'm thinking about it. Okay, what's in our next slot? I'm not even sure why I still have this. This seems like garbage. That seems like 15 sentence experience waiting to happen. Think I want color spray? I probably do want color spray. You're probably not wrong. I don't think I want this. Alright, what else do we have for necklace slots? Is this a torque life? Can we just put a torque on this life and call it a day? I think we can. And I think we're gonna. Part of the family necklace. So true scene, armor piercing, deadly, relentless fury. Reaper 3. Immunity to fear. It is bad. It's really good. But kinetic energy. Beef is also probably correct. It's probably best to just put this on too. Like it's already like ready already. It just would have been nice to whip out this classic. Would have been nice to whip out a classic. Okay, so we have to choose basically between these boots. And we actually have a bunch of these that need to just go away. Like, I don't think we're using this ever again. But I don't want to just destroy it because the green slot boots are good. Yeah, see, like, this is just something that's probably... was probably really used like 2 or 3 lives in a row or something. And then I'll just never use it again. Alright, boots. What are the boots options? Boots of the Devil's Commander is an option. Which I think are okay. They're not great. They're fine. You know what actually makes me a little bit more excited? It's our good old-fashioned green steel boots. Which apparently I cannot find. Alright. Trinket. This is where if I'd taken the time to craft or hunt down the other thing, I would be in good shape. So I don't think any of these particularly make a lot of sense. This might be okay, actually. Nullification's not really our thing, but melee alacrity and insightful spell sight might be okay. Don't think we have any alacrity. Guess it doesn't work with this, right? Yeah, I know. The one Ion Stone, you go get it. I have this one. I have these. What else kind of like makes sense here? No, not that. Litany, maybe? Is this a litany life? I think we already have the plus to the stats, right? So it's not like we're using it for that. It is for the stats. Might be a Litany of the Dead life, chat. Turn the page is a powerful ability. The fact that it does hit our stats does seem good. Seem good. Alright, what else do we need? I don't need a tuning fork for a long time. I do probably need my boarding pass. We're going to Giant Hold, so I need some sort of social skill item. Probably wouldn't hurt to grab this key. Alright, I don't want to... We're going to look good in a second. How bad is this? Oh, so bad. Okay. Well, we're going to... We'll do cosmetic looks in a second. I think I'm going to vomit a little in my mouth, probably. But that's okay. I was just wondering if I should grab a razor wind or not. I think I'm going to grab one. You want to grab an actual razor wind? We don't have to crit fish anymore. Let's grab one just in case we decide we have to like do some melee damage for some reason. Same thing, let's grab the philosopher for exactly the same reason. This guy's banquet of flowers. I don't think I have a... I probably do have a banquet of flowers somewhere. Make them smell them roses. Get in there, smell it. We're gonna need some sort of range thing. It shoots a physical projectile. Sort this stuff by level. Do something. It does not make any practical sense how this thing populates. There we go. There's our Ring of Lies. All right. Let's see. Ugh. I'm not drunk enough for this. Okay. Wow. That's real bad. I don't know where to start. That's so bad. Seems pretty good except the crappy spine mohawk. Alright, so what do we got? Let's actually not. We could. We could do this cloak because of the fire resistance, but the rest of these are non-fire resistant cloaks. The rest are a fire resistance cloak. Glowing eyes. You're not one, right? No. If you know of any other like really cool cloaks that you think would make interesting cosmetics, holler at me. I think cloaks and armors are going to be the two easiest things for me to switch around. Hats are going to be the hardest. Okay, so we could do one of the Deathwalker cloaks. I imagine we can go find our other Deathwalker cloak if we wanted to, somewhere, as the cloak slot, or we could pick an armor. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have very many cosmetic docents on Samius, so I think we have to probably pick like this. Then we have to go look on Java for cosmetic docents. Let's go do that. Let's go see what cosmetic docents we have. Scarlet Scale Cloak's probably your favorite cosmetic, although the Smuggler's Cloak and the Cloak of the City's Champion go really well together. I like the Smuggler's Coat as well. I wore that last life. Because I really liked it. Oh, I didn't get spell components. Look at all the stuff that Java is missing now. Potentially raids tonight. I kind of want to do Monday night raids and Tuesday night raids, and probably not do Thursday night raids. Except Thursday or Monday does not cover every raid that Thursday does. So now I'm back to probably not. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to take a second and start putting stuff back on Java really quickly. Because Samius is no longer using this stuff to level. Alright, so we're still missing the two things. No, that builds one of them. So we're just missing the big ring, the big epic ring. I didn't stick it in here. Okay, I have to remember that before the next time. Alright, cosmetic docents. We have a couple. We got our big mushroom hat. Java often ran around as a giant, like, mushroom man, by the way. Yeah, Shrimp doesn't like Titan Raid. I didn't know that. Are there cosmetics in here? No, these are all real things. There we go. Blue Blayforge clothing. I feel like Java had a bunch of other ones though, but I'm not seeing any of them. So the only docent we found is this. Right, well, I guess we're going to have to go with something else. What's the cosmetic, the non-Smuggler's Rest cosmetic, or Smuggler's cosmetic from the new set? Tried playing on stream and had trouble with the laser. Laser can be tough, man. Laser can be a challenge. That is too ugly. That is too ugly. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in for this. Not in for this with this cloak, but I'm in for this. Alright, what? Alright, not that cloak. I imagine this is also not going to look very good. You know what, actually? The Christmassy colors probably are fine. On a sneezy, hacky coffee fit. Oh, we could put on glasses instead. Woo! I do like that better. Hey, good morning. What's up, buddy? We just TR'd, and I'm trying not to sneeze all over everything. goodness. Sorry. Pretty sure we're going to have a nasty storm later this week. That's why I got to get some work done on the bus. I have to make sure we're ready for potential storm. We're going to lake this weekend. So the least I need to do, or the worst thing that I could possibly have to add to my plate is being ready for a storm too. Excuse me. Didn't get to that button quick enough. Alright, so we need to get some more resurrection scrolls. Oh, we also need to spend our Reaper points too, don't we? Let's do that. This is where having all these past lives are going to pay off. Alright, so I guess strong? Okay. I never actually clicked this one. Maybe I should. This life in particular. I like this tree. You get to use everything. What are our saves? Our will save's kind of covered by the fact that we're a robot, right? So we don't have to worry that much about it. So we just worried about our fortitude save so we don't get nuked from orbit. Or our reflex save for the same reason. Alright. We currently are not going to max out our dodge super easy, right? Yeah, we got lots of wiggle room. So right this moment, we have 9 dodge that we can plug in. There's 6 of it. We don't need strength at this, like, more. Look at there, just like that, we spent 55 points. Alright, I like this one quite a bit. Try putting that one on our bar for a while too. Alright. So now what? We need spell components and we need scrolls. So isn't it crazy how you can spend like an entire stream doing nothing but getting ready? How is it going? It's going pretty good, Moon. I think I'm gonna get a drink here in a few minutes. But, pretty good. How are you doing today? All right. 1,000 of those. 2,000 of those. 20 million. No, not those. 20 million of these. Doing alright? You just went and bought some lunch? Oh man, I had a little bit of lunch before we got started. That's why I started a little late today. Had a little dinner date-ish thing with the old lady. Speaking of thing-ish, guess who got jury duty over the weekend? Yeah. They have a big old envelope with all this paperwork to fill out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. And it was like, fill out these 2 pages. Maybe 3 pages. I think it was 2 pages. But 2 of the 3 pages were for COVID stuff. So I may not even have to go because I have been traveling, in state, out of state, etc. this last 2 weeks. So I may have gotten out of jury duty because of the COVID. All right, you're 7. You're 8. Nice. Okay, and we have our big one over here to like keep track of our tracker. You haven't got to do that? I've gone once before, but they settled outside of court while we were on lunch break. So I like spent my whole morning not doing anything and then didn't even get to do the fun stuff. Alright, what else are we missing? I think we're good. Alright, let me go grab a quick drink and we will do a couple of quests. We don't have time to do a lot of things, but we'll be able to do a little bit. I do not take teleport. I just will use scrolls. I use teleport scrolls infrequently enough that I find it to be fine. And I'll use my like free clickies to travel around most of the time. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to throw a quick, probably minute while I fill out my water bottle. I'll be right back. All right. Ooh. Okay. Is there anything else that we're missing? I don't think so, right? What's our spell power look like? 369. What's our like next closest one? Acid because of the acid because of the arcane past life. And what our DC's looking like? 49. It's fine. Okay, so as always, viewers are welcome to tag along if they would like to, but you don't have to, obviously. But otherwise, I'm just going to solo this next couple of quests, unless viewers are like, I want to come! And then, of course, viewers are always welcome. I got a golden bear yesterday from some sort of, like, reward thing. I can't find it in the thing, but it was like following me around all day yesterday. By all day, I meant the like 45 minutes that I got to play yesterday, mostly Piking Explore Zones. Oh, here it is. Blonde cub bear. Bear cub. Blonde bear cub. I don't know. Anyway. We're going to be a white stallion life. Let's see, what time is it? It's 2:20. I think we're gonna probably be able to go till about 3-ish today. Let's just try like a 3. You forgot what server I play on, my friend. I play only on the best servers around here. Sarlona, baby. Sarlona hype! Get that Sarlona hype train running. Come on, guys. Gotta give it up for Sarlona. Alright. What else do we need? Do we need anything else? We don't need to hire. I don't think. I think we'll be fine. Excuse me. Again, I don't have to have a babysitter. I can accomplish quests on my own, but
Along the ridgeline high above you is a line of fencing.
if a dear viewer ever goes, I feel pity on Samius and I would like to carry him through the quests, then viewers are welcome to join. Hi, I thought I heard you terrorizing the staircase. What are you doing, cutie? No, you're probably like, why are we on a break? I didn't get a chance to actually check out numbers. Was anybody checking out numbers? I feel like we need to take that other thing pretty soon. Might try to join some other time. You decide to plan out and make a character in Salona. So you're always welcome to do that, obviously. But we're also, I'm going to be putting together a team for the hardcore server, a couple of teams. So people are also welcome to join there. I said we're just going to do running people to 5,000, basically. Jeez. I'm also having a wee bit of lag today. Join the hardcore service that you too can die to a firestorm and Lords of Dust. I mean, that was one guy. People didn't even see it. It was Strim Tom. It was extra funny. Sometimes, man, people just make mistakes. Not everyone can play optimally 100% of the time, and that's what you have to do on hardcore. Play optimally. I mean, I had a character die in the traps in the one quest. Remember?
The presence of the Droam soldiers and siege machine. You must warn Henry of the danger to Stormreach. With luck, you can make it back to camp without encountering any Droam forces.
I don't remember the icon for the one thing. Should have that run too. I have to remember my icons for crits. So is that it? Was that it right there? Is it? Whoa, 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 whoa. You. They amped Firestorm so hard with the Divine Rebalance. I mean, it needed amped. Clerics didn't have a thing. Ooh, a sturdy bamboo fence, you guys. Alright, so diplomacy, diplomacy. Always diplomacy, diplomacy. I don't care what everyone else says. Diplomacy, diplomacy. Oh! Caught my foot. I diplomacy, I diplomacy, I diplomacy, I diplomacy, I diplomacy. Nope, we didn't do it right. I came as quick as I could. Like, to get back in a reasonable manner, I could not have gone quicker. They have Firestorm or Call Lightning. Who doesn't love Call Lightning? Yeah, I wanted to play. I think I wanted to play more like this, like the spell zap. Oh, I didn't turn the camera back More of like the spell casty type guy. I think that's the style that I was looking to play, but I thought I wanted to spice it up with melee damage, but I think it was the wrong way around. Well, that's the SLA, right? So that's 6 points for however much damage it was firing off a piece. And multiple stacks of my one thing. Not that. Multiple stacks of this. You know, I should. Again, I should have done this earlier too. Do 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 do. Shadow marked. All right. White bear, carnage, Reaper, huh? All right. So the carnage Reaper we're gonna have to deal with. The rest of them we don't have to. If there was a champion that was easy to kill, like a PK or whatever, then I would have done it, but ow. That was ouchie. Maybe the Healy ring, the reconstruct, like when you take damage you have a chance to get healed. Maybe that's good this life. I think I have one on Java. What are you? You're paying? Mark of Law. Mark of Law can be killed, right? No. Mark of Law suck. Alright. Alright. Touch this guy for a minute. Is that the one that I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of. It might be. I was thinking like Cannith challenge ones, right? Isn't there one? Where's the rest of your crap? Where's the rest of your helpers? There they are, okay. So what's our current big spell? It's this, right? The 6? Yeah. Never done any of the Cannith challenges. The thing is, it's really geared up for repair. Not so much for anything else. Ring of Master Artifice. So you can get Wizardry, 160, Reconstruct, 100, Repair Lore, Auto Repair. Item has a small percentage to cast repair serious damage on you when you take damage. And then you can upgrade it up a little bit. You can upgrade it a little bit more.
Lana.
I feel like I have one that's upgraded pretty high. Voodoo! This is the Danger Zone! Hey, buddy. Welcome, everyone. It's an odd day. Welcome. Good to see you. We TR'd today to yet another Sork thing. Sork robot thing. What are they called? Blade Forge. We're getting our Blade Forge lives done. So, zooming around. I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer, so have a seat. If you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting that button and coming along for the ride. Appreciate you. Also, if you happen to be on Charlotta and level appropriate and you want to come do this crazy quest with me, send me a tell. Viewers are always welcome to join. Nacho Daddy. Welcome to the USS Fed Halfling. That's the name of my school bus that I'm converting into a tiny house. True story. True story. It's what I should be working on right now, but instead we're playing video games. Oh. Wolf Alzheimer's, welcome back, mate. Good to see you again. No. Uh-oh. I didn't feel that good. Come on, let's go. Knock on the door. Hello? Hey, fun lady. What? Okay. Like that was a king upon minotaurs there for a second.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the streets. More minotaurs
Okay.
pile out of the nearby
Fair.
buildings to see what's going on.
I apparently made a mistake. Apparently getting wrecked is the answer today. You know what? Can we? Oh, boo! I haven't used this before. On Front Street. I've never played a Ice Sork before, so we're trying something a little different. So I am not totally familiar with specifically those things up that tree. These guys probably got things already, right? Yeah. Well, you got a chance to look at your raid weapons, Calamity, Dusk, and Thorn. I mean, that sounds good. Ouch. May not be able to solo on R3 right off the moment. I think we can get to the other... I think we can get to this far shrine. I think it's going to be more time. Let's just try it again. I did get Carney, but I also intentionally only have one Reconstruct spell. I could have given up one of these damage spells for Reconstruct, right? I just chose not to. Yep, the Walk o' Shame. It's just more efficient, right? If we were deeper in the quest or whatever, it'd be a different story, but not gonna have problems for Saving us all a bunch of time and energy. Alright, let's go back to the 12 again. So what is your guys like first quest chain after a iconic? So you're level 15, what do? Very first thing. Me, I hit this thing. I hit this quest chain. Usually I don't have a problem. I also usually do Reaper 1 unless I feel like a build for some reason is particularly strong. Apparently this is not that build. Apparently I need to cut that S out. No, I think this build is probably strong. I think I'm just missing one or two things that I probably need to do. I probably need to refocus somewhere and take color spray. And it's probably more important to me right now to have color spray than Eldritch Knight stuff. Just to be totally frank. Okay, so for right this minute, we're going to change that. Which means taking this was not a giant mistake. Okay. Sorry. I don't change these often, but I do change them occasionally. I do need them down here. Alright. Let's go down just a little bit. I usually do Whiz King and Chains of Pain because even with the 10%, they're still worth it. And then hit into Giant Land. Yeah, I'm not a Chains of Pain fan, but if you like doing the raid, then it's probably pretty good. Some builds you run Relic as well. Relic of a Sovereign Past. Relic's a good one. Yeah, I always run these because Coin Lord favor. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Didn't put color spray on my bar.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the streets. More Minotaurs pile out of the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
I think color spray is going to be better in this position than web right this second. Change you find to be fairly quick if you're not having to slog through the enemies. Yeah, I just don't like it. I find it to be a pain. That's why its nickname is Chains of Pain. Because it's pain. I need it specifically to deal with the Reapers. If we would have had something to lock the Carney down, even if for just a second like this to get away, we would have been okay. Would you stop? Stay close, hamburgers. Think about here.
The sound of a warning bell echoes down the streets. More minotaurs pile onto the nearby buildings to see what's going on.
Group just got magic circled. We're gonna quietly move our attacks to the red named. And quietly, because we don't want him to notice that we're actually fighting him. Okay. Web is for undead. Greater color spray is for everything else. I suppose. Hey, that last step, right there, that step that you just took, that normally would not be a big deal, that just interrupted your spell because apparently you needed to touch your toes. I don't know. Thank you, SSG, for that one. Not really sure why my spell got interrupted there. Other than they felt like that step was too bad. Alright, what else are we doing today? We need one more red named, right? We don't need him, but I like to do that part beforehand. Otherwise I feel like the end fight just becomes too big of a cluster. There we go, okay. Oh, you know what we probably should have grabbed for this life? Probably should have grabbed it for last life too. The short XP potion, not XP potions, spell power boost pots, the alchemy boost. Probably would have been a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and shrine now. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm just, that'll be easier. Great. No, please don't. Alright, good. I really just don't want to deal with more shenanigans right now. I just want to shrine in peace. Alright. Shrine in peace and leave, man. That's all I want to do right now. Crazy. Anything exciting going on? Understand. Ah, no. Ooh, invisibility potion. Didn't actually take invisibility yet. I do have a hard time finding room for invisibility in my second level spell slots. Maybe I can give up web. War is expensive. Hello. Oh, that's not gonna work. I don't know why I even bothered that. No, that's not gonna work either. Alright. Normally I'm not a big worried, like really worried about Reapers or whatever. But because of the spell pants and the spell pass, the stat squish and everything, I'm a little bit concerned of making sure in general that we cover all of our bases. I mean, I think we can walk backwards and hit the color spray button quite a lot, though. But that guy's still following us around invisible, okay. There you go. So like I said before, as usual, if a viewer sends me a tell, they're level appropriate, and they want to take on the next quest, I don't care. So, welcome, welcome. Okay. I feel like we stopped some Minotaurs from raising an alarm. Should that count? I think it should count.
Underwhelmed by your performance, grumbling about too much noise and not enough violence.
Too much noise and not enough violence. Sorry, mate. Did my best to make as much noise and violence as I could. Okay. Alright. Let's get our Reaper action going again. Just a chill Reaper 2. I don't think we need to go too crazy. And then, otherwise we are going to get moving.
Yet the captain of the guard looks worried and agitated.
What do we got? We got a Carney. Bubba. So what are you guys doing today?
Strangely quiet. There's no trace of the
Any big plans?
unusual statues stand in the center of the room.
Anybody? I'm starting to get to the part of the stream where my head is bothering me more than we desired. So this will probably be our last quest, but we'll see. We're gonna take a short break. Back in a jiffy, really. Around 7 o'clock Central Time. Actually, free this guy first. It's an Archon. Go. Yeah, water elemental definitely understands that it's definitely knows that its job is to be gone, not my way. Oh, what am I doing? Like, not a click on her. Unfreeze her. Unstone her. Hello? I don't think I care enough to unlock that. What kind of idiot are you? PKable idiot? Yep. Earth Elementals, for some reason, I don't know why, don't seem to care that much about PKs. But they seem to care about the other stuff just fine. I don't know why Earth Elementals struggle when it comes to PK so much. It is weird, I think. Shadow marked, huh? Alright, he might not PK. Okay, good.
You have freed all of the core lords from the Medusa's curse.
I'm on it. I know, I like this quest. A lot of people don't like it, but I find for the time I'm in the quest, it to be pretty efficient. Especially if you can pick up these add-ons easily. Alright, the path to the infight should be open now. So, as long as you can get to the beginning of the quest, you can get to the infight of the quest. Oh, yeah. See, this feels much more natural to me, the running and gunning Sork type build. Try to scoop as much of this stuff together as we can. And that guy's a focus. Yes, we'll kill that guy too. Oh! See, we got a Carnage. Looks like someone got taken out by that lag spike is what happened.
Under the hole in the floor shows how the monsters infiltrated the castle. The invaders threw parallel ships as parts of the tunnel collapses, crushing everything inside. No more dwelling traps compared to the palace of this route.
Also, I feel like I have plenty of mana. I think that has more to do with the fact that we're using the Wraith. That one's not going to die that way. Okay.
This dusty chamber appears to be some sort of maintenance room.
I don't think we need to do this, but we'll give everyone else another second to get in. Or to get around. I don't even know what's going on. Oh. He's in the offices somewhere and got got. I may have ran past that Reaper. Should go get him. What do you think, chat? Should we go get him? You know what I'll do? I'll open up this door so if someone rescues him, it'll be even quicker. Okay, perfect. It looks like the traps are done. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm in. So the other thing that we're going to start working on this week in earnest is figuring out our next build for a hardcore. And because we want to specifically like try to get people to the 5,000 favor, I want to figure out a build that's like the most covers the most roles. If that makes sense. Can wear the most hats, maybe. Nah. Nope. We're just gonna play straight up caster game at the moment. I'm gonna stay away from you, and I'm gonna shoot you with stuff from over here. Don't feel like our damage was insane. I'm glad that we went ahead and got mana. Looks at that. Looks like we would have been okay. But I feel like it would have been close. Minutes exactly. It's not bad. So what do you guys think of like the most necessary things? Or what is the best build for a generalist? First life. What's going to do the most hats? Yeah, it's almost 3. Yeah, probably wrap it up here. I'd like to have a couple of options to look at because I'd like to do some experiments if we can after this life probably, because I think the hardcore server announcement will be pretty soon. So we're gonna check things out. Alright, well, let's see what's going on. I think somebody should have started their stream. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to throw you guys over here. I'm going to get something to eat, take care of some business, be back before you know it. Yeah, I'm enjoying this build. I think I'm enjoying this more than the last one. So, we'll figure out exactly how much we enjoy it in a little bit. Alright, everybody, peace, much love. We'll see you guys soon. Around 7 and 6-ish, 7-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. And hopefully, we'll see you then. Toodles.